it's Kia from Petals Bath Boutique, and I'm going to do a video for you today. It's nothing super fancy. I'm not going to be showing like swirls or anything like that. This is more like a video where I'm going to sort of show you, I guess, a little tip or trick you can use for fragrance oils that you really like that accelerate really fast. One of the questions I tend to see sometimes in the comment section on my videos, well, some of the videos I've done in the past, or a question I'll get is what's an acceleration or what's the C's. I'm trying to think. I think I've experienced the C's maybe once in the whole time I've ever been soaping. What I run across more often than not is acceleration. And I like to think of myself as pretty good in experience. So like if I see a fragrance oil and the reviews say, oh, you know, accelerates, to me that's like a challenge. And it's like, I'm going to see what I can do with that. And more often than not, I'm able to still swirl it, even if, I'm still able to swirl it. So this particular fragrance oil, that didn't happen. I soap at cool temperatures. Right now, the lye was cooling for pretty much 24 hours. It was completely room temperature. My oils are room temperature. I only partly melted my oils. So, like, even without adding a lye or anything, my oils themselves were not warm or hot. And I did not do a water discount for this. No water discount. Oh, and my recipe, the majority of it is liquid oil, so it's not the type of recipe that would accelerate on its own. You know, it's not going to trace quickly. So I'm going to mix this to a very thin trace, and since I'm not going to be able to do swirls, the very first time I tried to use this fragrance oil, it accelerated so fast. Like, I was pouring it into the mold and it was just thick. So it's no way, no way, I'm sorry. I will go as far as saying there's no way you're going to swirl this soap. Most people just wrote this fragrance oil off in cold process soap. So to me, a trick you can use when you come across fragrance oils that like to accelerate fast is, one, you can work in small batches, which this is not a small batch, or you can do layers. And that's what I've been doing for this one, because the first time I used it, I didn't want layers. It didn't matter. That's what I got. So I'm going to show that to you today. So yeah, I'm going to do a 3-color layer here, and I'm not going to speed up once I start adding the colors and fragrance and stuff. I'm going to do that in real time, so it's going to make the video a little bit longer than normal. Sorry, but I want you to see how quickly this actually moves on its own, and hopefully I don't mess anything up. But alright, so here we go. Okay, so I've mixed the main batch here just past the point of emulsification, so it's still quite thin. So just want to make sure everything is well mixed, although it's still thin. And so I'm going to do 3 equal layers here. So I'm going to pour off 130 ounces for layer 1. So the first thing I'm going to do is add the color while it's still thin here. I'm not going to add my fragrance yet. I'm going to wait, get my colors just to where I want it. I will not be using the stick blender anymore for this at all. So this is actually where it comes in handy to have your colors pre-mixed, because I don't want any more stick blending in here. And like such a messy soaper now. first layer here is going to be orange. So my orange here is a blend of mica and pigments. It's the neon pigment, and I don't remember which orange it is. I think it's like the Orange Vibrance from Nurture Soap Supplies. I just mixed the two together. Alright, so let me bring you in. Let's see what you can see. Okay, so as you can see, I am still at a very, very thin liquid trace. I'm going to adjust the camera now so you can see the pour, and I want you to see how quickly this sets up. Okay, so I'm going to keep you out a bit. You won't really be able to see too much of the detail of what I'm doing, but it's okay. It's just layers, it's no swirls or anything, but I really want you to see how quickly this accelerates. So pre-measured my fragrance oil for this layer. I'm gonna get it in, hand mix it as quickly as possible, and then pour it straight into the mold. See, so it's not a seize, it's still liquid, but it's already thickening up. So I'll go ahead and get that poured. You know what? I think I'm actually going to take back what I said earlier. If you had two people maybe working here, maybe write that in, but I wanted you to see already, as I scraped out that last bit, you can see that sort of discoloration there on the top. That's where already it's no longer completely liquid. It on the top, see how the dribbles on the top from where I scraped the bottom of the mixing container, it stayed on top. So I know when I cut those bars, they're not going to be completely straight lines. But that's how quickly it's set up. Let me shake this a bit. Look, see? If you can see, look closely, it's not even shaking. I can't smooth it anymore. That's it, it's done. That layer's done. So I'm going to move on to the next layer. Let me wash out my container here and I'll be right back. Okay, so I actually decided not to mix out my container. I realized the next color going in is blue. It's darker than the orange anyway, so it's really not going to matter whether I wash the container out or not. So I'm just going to go ahead and move forward, and hopefully that wasn't a bad choice, but we'll see. Alright, so I'm going to measure out for the next layer. Just like before, first thing I'm going to do is mix my colors and then add the fragrance. Alright, so we're going to do a blue here. I struggle with blues, I don't know why. I've made so many soaps where all I want is like a beautiful sky blue, like just a beautiful sky blue. I've tried adding titanium dioxide to pale out blues. I've tried different types of blues and I still just never get the blue that I want. Go figure that. But this time I do get the blue that I want. But Blues are kind of a struggle for me. I have more blues than anything. Purple's my favorite color, but I have more blues than anything. Alright, let's add just a touch more. Okay, so I have blue that I want here. Let me make sure you guys are set up to see the pour. Good enough. Okay, so adding the fragrance oil, pre-measured just like before. Quick mix. This baby poured. It's going to start in a corner here and then just let it spread on out. I have some chunks from the previous layer, but it's okay. Look at that, it's already thick. You see that? It's already turned kind of grainy. I mixed too long. Trying to make sure that fragrance oil was well incorporated. Let's try to slow that out. A couple of blue that I don't want in there. Okay, so now for the yellow, I'm pretty much about to do exactly what I said don't do. And that's use a stick blender, I think. I did not pre-mix my yellow. Bad girl. Bad girl. Let's see. I think I might take a moment here and mix some. May as well. And normally I like to do a blend of all kinds of yellows and yellow oxide even to help ground it, because for me, yellows just always fade. I don't know why. Probably not using enough. I don't measure. Just kind of take it by sight, so I'm sure it's my fault, but I usually just mix my own yellow. And even often use a bit of orange with my yellow to ground it. Messy, messy, messy. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to add some avocado oil to it. I like avocado oil. It's my favorite super fatting oil. As soon as I can find some. So I'm going to add some avocado oil in there. Let's add a whole avocado oil in there. And then shake, shake, shake. See, this is the stuff I normally cut out of my videos. But I'm going to let you guys see it today. I don't care how long you've been making soap, you still make mistakes. And I make them all the time. All the time. Okay, so let's get this yellow in here and mix it up good. Still hand mixing, so I don't have to use my stick blender. Okay, and then I'm going to add a touch of orange to this to ground it and just darken it up just a little bit. Just a touch more orange, just a touch. There we go, I like that better. All right, so make sure both of the colors are very well mixed. And I'm sorry, this is such a long video. I've been kind of doing the videos, you know, with the music and not really talking, so thought I'd do one where I'm actually talking. This may not have been the best one to do that on, but why not? Let's get this last bit of fragrance in.
Are you recording?
I am recording. All right, and let's pour. The way this behaved today, honestly, I don't know if I would do it on a batch this large, because I don't know that every time I would be able to do it again. Like, I kind of feel like today was a fluke. This actually behaved pretty well. I mean, it's thick. I don't know how comfortable I would have been trying to do this on a batch this size, because kind of do the same soaps over and over again for the most part now, and since people like to see the same thing, I don't know, but I don't know, for a smaller batch you may actually be able to do a I may have been able to do a swirl for this. Let me find that here. Okay, hopefully I didn't wait too long. I have a few seconds to get a little texture in there. Normally I hold a little bit of orange and just sprinkle it on the top. Oh, I guess I still could if I used a skewer, right? I put a few drops in. Oh, this may not have been the smartest thing to do. Let's see if a little mica swirl going on. This may have been a big mistake. I think it was. Should have left it alone. Oh, this was a mistake. It's too thick already. Oh, should have left well enough alone. Oh well, there you have it. It thickened up, but probably what I'll do, I have a way I can fix this, and I'll show you that tomorrow. When I come back to cut the bars, I'll show you how you can fix a texture top gone wrong. I might put, let's see. Nope, it's just slicing it now. Yeah, so I'll show you how I can fix this tomorrow. Alright guys, bye-bye. Okay, so I'm back. It's actually like 2 days later from when I made this. So when I left you, I had just got finished making this batch of Sunshine and Rain. And as you can see, I like totally jacked up the top of it. And I spent the last couple of days trying to figure out how I was going to fix it. Like, I seriously considered doing like a mica dust, like a 2 or 3 tone mica dust on top, but that generally looks better in my opinion when I do it on top of like more of a textured top. And although I was able to get some texturing in here, you know, it had already started setting up, so most of it isn't. But I'm thinking, honestly, once I split these into logs and cut the individual bars, it's not going to be as bad as it's looking on this whole slab. And if it is, worst come to worst, I'll just plane off the tops and just make it an even, you know, smooth all over kind of bar. So go ahead and split these into logs and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm not gonna record me cutting all of these because, I mean, there's no swirls or designs inside. You pretty much can see what it's gonna look like. So it doesn't really make sense to hold you guys any longer than I have to. So, alright, so hopefully once these are sliced into bars, the messed up top isn't gonna matter so much. And normally a video like this, like I wouldn't even share, but I don't know, I think it's kind of good for new soap makers in particular to see that more experienced soap makers, we mess up all the time too. You know, it happens. It doesn't mean that the batch is ruined. You know, you can work with it. I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's okay. You guys let me know what you think, but I think it'll be okay, you know. I think once it's, you know, the individual bars don't look as bad as the whole loaf. This scent is so nice that, like, for me, it's totally worth the extra trouble that I have to take to make it. For the most part, usually when I soap, I use like I think it's called the heat transfer method. I mix my hot oils into semi-melted, I mix my hot lye water into semi-melted oil. So my liquid oils will be room temperature, and I'll semi-melt my hard oils if I melt them at all, and I'll allow the hot lye water to melt the rest. That way I don't have to wait for everything to cool down or anything, and it works out just fine for me. But this particular batch, I can't do a water discount, which means it takes the bars longer to get hard. And also, I have to wait for the lye to completely cool down. Usually I'll wait overnight just to be safe. And same with my oils. I have to be extra careful with my oils when I'm melting them. I want those to remain pretty much completely cool as well. So It takes a little bit of extra work, extra planning on my part to do this one, but it's worth it because the scent is so nice and my customers love it. So I'm glad I was able to find a way to work with it. But yeah, I love this. So this is Sunshine and Rain. And thank you guys for watching. And I'm going to get better with doing more videos this year. I have more time now. So yeah, I'll be seeing you guys again soon. All right. Bye-bye.